Hello, everyone. So yesterday I did a video, on the visit by Mr. Peter Abi to Atiku Abubakar and also Sule Lamido and other people. And one of the things that from the when I was reading the report on that particular visit, one of the things someone had said that a spokesperson to Atiku had said was that that Atiku actually supported the zoning of the presidential ticket to the southeast and insisted that it has to be to the southeast, that if it's not to the southeast, if it's open to the whole south, that then he was going to run. And I said, no, that wasn't factual. That wasn't right. Because right from even before they went into, the whole primaries and all of that, Atiku had been and his people had been on this. It's open to everyone. It doesn't have to be South and whatever. I remember, and I did mention even in the video that I did, that the late Raymond Dokpesi of AIT was very, instrumental in that whole movement of saying that, look, it doesn't have to be South. Yes, there was an agreement before and all of that. So when I did that video, I noticed in the comments a lot of people were saying that no, that they know that Atiku actually made that statement, that he said it had to be zoned to the southeast and all of that. So I saw one person, there was one person, even the way he said it, he was a very, very antagonistic in his way. I even wanted to reply him, I just left it. Then I saw, more and more and more people were talking about that particular thing and saying that, look, Atiku had actually, said that it should be zoned to the southeast. And the reason why he ran was because it wasn't zoned directly to the southeast, but it was open to the whole of the south. So I now went, I went on Google to go and do a bit of fact checking. Like, okay, let me see, let me find out where, some of the things that you do, find out where did he say this, when was he said, is there a video to it, what was the event? And I checked, and there's nothing. But this statement has actually been going on right from 2022. I know some of the things about, when they talk about misleading news, fake news, and all of that, is that they sometimes, and there are people who do it, and I see this. There are even times I know, even on my social media page, on my X, I always put it when people are doing, I say, look, they're doing this to have a reference point so that it can be reported one way or the other. If you are checking, you can ask, oh, there's a report or something, even when they've not done it. So in case of when something is happening in the next few years, they will be able to have a reference to say one or two things or something like that happen. So when I went on Google to check, I saw the cable newspaper. The cable newspaper on April 13th, 2022. This is what, 2 years ago, because we are now in May. On April 13th, 2022, they did a fact checking of this statement, because this statement was out there. So and this is what they said here. Fact, if you can read it from there, I'm going to screenshot it and put it out. They say fact check. Did Atiku say he will withdraw from presidential race if PDP zones ticket to southeast? This was over 2 years ago in 2022, April 13th, that when they were doing this, by Kule Daramola. He said, and this is, let me read it. So these are some of the things so when you see this thing, I begin to think, okay, he said there is no place. You can't verify this thing. That's what it's when it comes to verifying. You can't verify it to anywhere. It's just something that was randomly put out there as a bait, and then it becomes something that people are taking on and say that, oh yes, Atiku actually said it should be to the south. There was nothing like that. Atiku wanted to run for office, period. Anyway, it says a viral post on social media has claimed Atiku Abubakar, former vice president, say he will drop his presidential ambition if the People's Democratic Party, PDP, zones the position to the southeast. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has made a detour on his desperate bid to clinch the 2023 presidential ticket under the People's Democratic Party by saying that if the PDP zones his presidential candidacy to the southeast, he would withdraw his interest for the sake of fairness and equity, the statement read. On April 11, Naija Must Work Again, a Facebook page with about 170,000 followers, posted the statement. This post has generated over 175 comments, 27 shares, and 364 likes. The statement, which has now been published, but you see where It's one this thing, just one online whatever, we just put something out. The next thing, everybody is taking it, and then they are saying that this is where the thing is coming from. The statement, which has now been published by numerous blogs and some Facebook and Twitter pages, quoted Channels Television as its source. Breaking news. It says, that was what it says then. Breaking news, Presidency 2023, Atiku supports Southeast zoning, the page wrote. If PDP zones his presidential candidate to Southeast, I will withdraw for fairness and equity, Atiku. That's what that page was saying. On Twitter, the statement was posted by one Sim Lukaku and has gathered 14 retweets, 2 shares and 59 likes. This is as of April 13, 2022, when Cable was doing this, fact-checking. Atiku, who had contested the presidency 5 times in 1993, he has contested 6 times now, 1993, 2007, 2011, 2015, and 2019, has declared his intention to run again for the office in 2023. So, Cable newspaper did their verification, and they said findings by the Cable revealed that the post ascribed to the PDP presidential aspirant was first published on April 11, 2022, without a web link to access the full report. So you just see something, they just drop it there. Subsequently, blogs like Signature TV, 9 News Nigeria, Opera News App, and Legit Blog published the statement on their platforms. Again, the reports did not mention the date or the venue where Atiku purportedly made the statement. How do you make such a statement? You don't know, there was no place. They can't say this is where he made the statement. The statement is just there flying in the air. Because, of course, somebody made it to be out there. They'll just push something to one blog or the other and just put this news out. And before you know what's happening, they start ascribing, different things to it. Again, the reports did not mention the date or venue where Atiku purportedly made this statement. Also, findings show that the statement was not reported by Channels Television or published on the social media platform. No other credible news media in the country reported it. In addition, there is no available public document or evidence to support the claim, as they were not also posted on the verified social media pages of the former vice president. Atiku himself did not post anything like that. If he had said something like that, you think Isadu would not have posted it. The statement also came at a time when supporters of Atiku's presidential bid held a town hall meeting in the Southeast. Verdict: the claim that Atiku said that he will withdraw his presidential bid if PDP zones its candidature to the Southeast is false. It's not me saying this, this is Cable newspaper, and this was done in the date April, see it there. I don't know if you can you see? Yes, April 13, 2022. That's over 2 years ago. This is what happened. This is a false news that was planted out there, and people are carrying to be able to say, hey, yes, he did not support anything. He wanted to be president. He was unapologetic about it. He went on, he got on. So please don't change. That's why you see some of you, when I'm talking, like when PDP, they are trying to whitewash GEJ, Jonathan, and say that I'm always on it. I say, as long as I'm alive, nobody is going to whitewash nothing, because this is what happened. Over time, they keep whitewashing things. You begin to say, oh, he wasn't like that, he was this. No. When they try to say, I always say that with facts and everything, bring them out. There are a lot of news reports that I see. If I see one, I go on all the credible, mainstream media to check. If they are not carrying the news, I'm not carrying it. I'm not going to talk about it. Because there are so many nameless, faceless blogs that are out there. They'll just put something out, and then people are carrying it as news. They don't do their verification. Because for me, sometimes people say, why are you not talking about this? I can't talk about it because it's not in the mainstream media. I don't break news. There are some things I hear, and even when they are true, as long as I don't have the time, I'm not a journalist. I have a friend who said that she stopped saying I'm not a journalist, and what I do, I must say, but really, I'm not a journalist. So I don't have the ability to go and be verifying, to go and be using sources. I can't say this, but the moment it's taken on by the mainstream media, I will cut it and tell you this is where it came out from. This is it, and this is what I'm talking about. So the onus is not on me to verify the news. It's on the mainstream media to do it. But like they said, when they repeat a lie again, begin to sound true. But please let me say it again. Atiku did not say, he did not support that, that zoning should go to the Southeast, otherwise forget Wike is not the reason that Atiku ran or whatever. Atiku ran because Atiku wanted to run, period. And that's on period. According to my daughter, she will say that's on